Hello! So, with all the really cool abilities they added with Ascension, like all 7 heroes get like upgraded abilities, it's actually kind of hard to determine which hero got the best Ascension tier tree. And you know what? I actually think it's none of the ones that got new abilities. I'm gonna make the case that the hero who got the best with Ascension is actually Sebastian. Yes, I know he's already like powerful, very powerful, but right, he does not get a new ability, but he does get a lot of physical attack from both his own tree and the roll branch. Right, all this physical attack and plus agility stuff, which also has physical attack, is actually a game changer, and I'll explain why. So, right, Sebastian before Asgard, his physical attack would max out at 64,819. This was good to give him with his public idol skill, 64.819 4% energy at the beginning of fight. That's not bad. And if you put on like a pet like Fenris or Albus, you can increase that to 68, almost 69% energy to start a combat. Right, not quite 70%. However, now that we can raise his attack more, you can get to that 70% number. See how his default 65.933%? A maxed out Fenris or maxed out Albus adds 6970 physical attack. That means this would increase this ability by 4.18%. So at 65.933%, that would be enough to take him over that 70% threshold. This is a big deal, and I'll explain why. But pretty much, like, if you can get his physical attack to 67,000, you're now in a place where you can get him to that 70% on Public Idol with a maxed out pet. And this is a big deal, and I'll show you why. So every time Sebastian uses an ability or does the basic attack, he gains 10% energy. So if he has it 60% something, he needs to do 4 attacks or abilities to get to full energy. But if he's at 70%, you can do it with 3 here. So like in this first fight, this is actually with Oliver as a patron, so he'll just have 65% to start combat, and you'll see like how long it takes to actually put up his Ode to Serenity. Right, so just watch Sebastian here. So that's his first move. Second move, still not quite. Third move, you put up a battle zone, still not quite enough to ult. Now he does on his fourth move at about 143 in the battle. 1 minute 43, so 17 seconds to do his ult. That's not bad, but we can make it better. Right, so let's exit out of this fight. And so in this fight, I have Albus on him instead. So this should get him over 70% energy. So let's watch this. So let's watch Sebastian. Again, see how much energy started with this time? It's a bit more. So attack. Attack. And then battle song ults. Right, at 148. Right, and what's cool is that it actually lines up with his battle song. So he puts up the critical hit buff right when he does the battle song. So he's actually putting those critical hit themes down, this critical hit buff in conjunction with the battle song, which gives a big boost to it. But yeah, look at that team. I just railroaded that team. Like I said, like let's like I said, I'll play that again just because I want to point out another thing in that fight. But right, he has all these themes that buff critical hit, so extra critical hit chance. So his artifact adds critical hit to the whole team, 8898, which is not bad. But his battle song, right, it actually increases the critical hit for heroes. I have it right. This does nothing on his allies if they don't naturally have critical hit, unless his artifact buff is up. So his ult lining up with battle song ends up making battle song just that much better, which opens him up the ability to do pure damage on striking solo. And of course, if he's using Albus's pet, he gets to do even more pure damage. So keep that in mind, because that could be a lot of extra DPS off of that. So like if you're running with like a cure or something, this could be a huge boost in DPS in that 12 seconds in. Like I said, because cure likes critical hits, right? So so that is a big deal. I would say that's a big deal. So let's go back to that fight though. That fight I was at 30 seconds, right? So did you see what that team was? That is a team that is running Isaac, Kark, Yasmin. You might think that's a good matchup to the twins, and it's actually not bad. Like, winning against lines like that in arena is pretty hard just because they would probably, because Isaac would usually silence my team before Sebastian could get an ult. But as you notice, I did not get silenced that fight. So let's watch this again. I said we'll get to a few seconds and then we will slow this down. Because it was 1:48 when this happened. So let's slow this down now. So just watch. It's going to take a few seconds, but we are going to show you something here. So watch Isaac and Sebastian, right? Right, because of using all his magic attacks with Celeste and Aurora, so this will give Isaac a lot of charge. Like, look how much charge he's gaining. Look at that, he's ulting. Except, Sebastian get this quicker, and he put up his protection for Isaac was able to get his ult off. And right there, and that's what wins me the fight. Sebastian getting his ult up fast. It makes him too fast for Isaac. Isaac might think he's a quick draw cowboy, but Sebastian is a spoony bard, and he can pull it out quicker. And that's what I said, and it leads to a quick rout of the enemy team. No match for Sebastian. Like I said, Sebastian's the best hero of the game, and he just got a lot better. And you didn't really need a whole lot of investment. Like I said, I was able to get his strengths up to that point with just, like I said, all I did was I just have his first tier pretty much. Like, he said, you can actually skip these 3 glyphs if you want. If you really just want to go straight, like if you're not planning on putting a lot of Sebastian, you could actually just do these 7 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just to get these agility and attack buffs, and then just do the Great Tree of Wisdom to 21 on supports. That is enough to get him 67,000 physical attack, to get him over 70% energy at the start of fights with a maxed out pet. So yeah, said big deal. I said this might be the most impactful change to any hero in Ascension. I mean, like I said, Sebastian, the most powerful hero in the game, just got a lot better. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.